but it's almost shared by so many different people. So it is very difficult to introduce huge new development because of this multiple land ownership. But I think that this keeps Tokyo in a very relaxed and calm and soft quality. So urban tissue of Tokyo is very unique because it's made of detached houses. And this statistics shows the lifespan of the house in different country. In England it lasts 140 years, but in Japan it lasts only 30 years. So this gives very unique reason of regionalization of building in Tokyo. And within this nature of the rapid regionalization, architect like in 60s, architects like Kurokawa, like Kikutake, like Maki, the metabolist group, they made a manifest called metabolism. So the city is metabolizing constantly and replace old part into new part, and this is the idea. And the idea of its architectural idea is very well represented in this building, Capsule Tower in Tokyo, which contains two elements. One is a vertical core, which houses all the lifelines and the circulation, and which is considered as the eternal element. And the other is a capsule, which is individual units, which is replaceable in a certain moment. And but it doesn't happen, this replacement of capsules, because it's really costly, and the building is not really designed in order to replace a capsule from old to new. So now it's a very bad condition, and the owner decided to destroy this building, but it doesn't happen for last 5 years. So this is, from this model, you can clearly see how architects believed in 60s that the urban creation can happen by the concentration of power and capital. So this kind of a core, vertical tower, can only achieved by concentration of power and capital. But actually what really happened after 60s is this kind of dispersion of the house development, which has only 1 or 2 stories high, and which keeps the city like a village atmosphere. And all the construction is detached against others. So it's always produced a gap space between buildings. So we call this gap void. So instead of having a core, this city, urban fabric, has a lot of void and constantly regionalizing. So I start call this void metabolism compared to core metabolism from 60s. And within this nature of our city, there are several interesting phenomena happening, and I don't have time to show everything, so I just pick one phenomena called subdevelopment. Subdevelopment is subdivided suburban. It's a neology. And I did a case study in Okusawa. It's one of the most popular residential area, developed in 1923. So the area is already 91 years old. And so this is the texture of the area. So you can see so many random disposition of different type of houses in the area. There's no visual order. And behind this lack of order, there is a certain mechanism. And if we introduce the time scale, it's clear. So originally the property was 250 square meter, like this. And then the price of land in Tokyo became raised higher and higher and higher, and it hit the peak in 1980s, late 1980s, when we had a bubble economy. And so it was after 84, the Plaza Agreement between Japan and the US made, and then the rate of Japanese yen against the dollar drastically changed, and then it was a moment when the government pushed industry to find the market inside of the country, not export. And the investment on the real estate became one of the kind of the target. So many money were poured into the realm of real estates, and then the price of land became extremely high. So if you are the single child who inherits the house and property, 250 square meter at that moment, you have to pay $1.5 million for inheritance tax. It was the half price of the property and building. And it's not affordable for normal employee. So people are obliged to subdivide the land into small pieces. And then it continues, and then it becomes like this. So it's also produced a strange type of site called the flagpole site, because the all buildable site property, according to the building code, should have minimum 2 meter frontage to the public space. So this creates this type of strange division of the property. Okay. So within this phenomena, we can observe different generation of the house. So we still have first generation. Why? Because the regeneration of a house is totally up to the individual initiative. So some family can keep the old house forever, but some family had to sell their property, for example, to make a new house. So this is the first generation, and it is totally surrounded